5 times.
We are in the letter G. We are still in that comedy section, looking through the cover boxes. Oh, letter G. Here we go. Get Shorty, Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters 2, Golden Child, Good Morning Vietnam, Goonies, Grease, Great Outdoors, Gremlins, Groundhog Day, Grown Ups, Grumpy Old Men, Grumpier Old Men, Get Him to the Greek, Gung Ho, The Goods, Live Hard, Sell Hard, I think that's how it goes, and Grandma's Boy. There are so many movies in the letter G that I absolutely love, but hey, you can only get 5. At number 5, I'm gonna go with The Goods. Live hard, sell hard. I mean, never, since Used Cars, I have never seen a movie that's quite like this. It is so damn funny, but intellectual too. Like, not intellectual, but I guess I say that because of the skill it takes to sell, and nobody highlights that better than Jeremy Piven in this movie. Like, him as Don Reddy is just so damn smooth in how he sells and how he talks and how he relates to people and all of that. I'm in awe of his performance in this movie. Now, Piven, obviously, you know, his role in Entourage is a lot like that, but there's just something about this that he just takes it to a whole different level. And when he's got a comedy team that he has, you know, with Bing Raines and Catherine, I think it's Catherine Hahn and David Koechner, and like, you have these freaking gold comic actors, and you mix it in with a lot of, like, Bob Riggle, you know, you have he's in there too, which is hilarious, by the way. It's hilarious. Vanderbeek, my brother. But I love this. I love Goods. Very underrated. Nobody ever talks about The Goods. We're not named after that, but yeah, it's hilarious. At number 5, The Goods. At number 4, I'm gonna go with Get Shorty. After Pulp Fiction, you know, it was definitely a come up for John Travolta and his, you know, basically his comeback from Hollywood, and he didn't disappoint, pretty much leading him to an Oscar nomination as Chili Palmer in Get Shorty. But, you know, the gangster element of it, comedic element put together is just absolutely hilarious. I want to say Barry Sonnenfeld directed this movie, and it's a fantastic ensemble with some great A-listers. John Travolta is just smooth as hell in this. Check out Get Shorty. Number 3, gotta go Ghostbusters. And I'm not prisoner in the moment just because Frozen Empire came out. I'm actually gonna go with Ghostbusters because of everything that went into that movie, and then the finished product itself. It was such a beautiful blend of supernatural, and comedy, and, you know, all these scares, and it just great reimagining in a way of how ghosts are perceived. Slimer being one of them. And obviously the Gozer, the dogs, the ghost dogs, and all that stuff. But yeah, you know, you put in Murray, Ackroyd, and Ramis, and you have these comedy freaking icons from SNL, SCTV, you know, and then you throw in Ivan Reitman in there, who directed some pretty damn good movies. Yeah, you gotta freaking give it a shout out. It's launched an entire, not just a franchise, but an entire freaking, like, lore. And I absolutely love it. Ghostbusters number 3. At number 2, I gotta go with The Golden Child because it's Eddie Murphy, and I want the knife. It's just fantastic. I love it that he's into this whole mythical arts and all this crazy crap going on. But he's hilarious in this movie. I absolutely love it. He is he's one that finds lost children, and then from Tibet, this mythical golden child is lost and kidnapped, and they gotta get this streetwise guy to go over there. It's so freaking funny. I love Eddie Murphy in this movie. Golden Child number 2. At number 1, Aykroyd was at number 3 with Ghostbusters. I'm gonna put him at number 2 with John Candy in The Great Outdoors. That movie is so freaking hilarious to me, and what I like the most about it is that overall, Dan Aykroyd's always been the one to play the straight role. He did it in Trading Places. You know, he did it in Dragnet. He just plays that type of role. He's just a straight man all the time. But when he lets loose, like he did in Dr. Detroit, like he did in Great Outdoors, you know, you just get something more from him, and that's what I absolutely love about it. It's very similar to the chemistry dynamic that he had with John Belushi in Neighbors. Those two characters in Neighbors tied to the two characters in The Great Outdoors, like with him and Candy, like very, very similar. And I think that's what I liked about it the most, is that, you know, Candy can play the straight role, and then boom, you know, you get Aykroyd that's all over the place. I think it's one of Dan Aykroyd's actually better performances. I absolutely love them together. And, you know, leave it in the comment below. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with me in The Great Outdoors being number one, or should it have been something else? I don't know. I really, really loved it. Shout out to movies like Gung Ho and Grandma's Boy, you know, stuff like that, because they don't really talk about the, well, Grandma's Boy is the most stolen DVD ever at Blockbuster. So, yeah, there's that. But Gung Ho, nobody talks about. Michael Keaton, you know, with the automotive guys. Nobody talks about that movie, but shout out to that one and Ron Howard. Hey, leave it in the comment below. Let me know what you think of the list, and let's move on to the letter H.